Konstantin Stanislavski said to author and teacher Michael Chekhov, "Organize and write down your thoughts concerning the technique of acting. It is your duty, and the duty of everyone who loves the theater and looks devotedly into its future." Welcome to the Impersonal Actor. This is Shawn Nelson. While this series of tape discussions on acting is primarily addressed to actors, it's hoped that writers and directors may find much of the information, techniques, and philosophy herein to be of considerable value as well. You will find these tapes more effective on their third listening than on their first, as there are many ideas dealt with here, which are not held in ready reference in most schools of dramatic thinking. There are ideas which will take some pondering over, and even though most of it will be well understood on the immediate level, a great deal more can be grasped on deeper levels if you listen to these discussions over and over again. Much of what you will hear will be repeated frequently, but in different contexts, as the application of many of these ideas is widespread in drama. There will be things discussed with which many of you will no doubt initially disagree. But in this event, I encourage you to withhold value judgment until you have investigated human behavior with your new eyes and begun to see that a great deal of what you have come to believe about how life goes and how acting goes are in fact not how they go most of the time at all, and that a more objective perception of both can and will only improve your acting, your writing, and your directing. These tapes are intended for use by the purchaser of them and for one or two close friends or colleagues. They are protected from reproduction by United States and international copyright laws and by higher standards. They are designed to be listened to one side of one tape about 25 minutes per day, no matter what your level. It will take 12 days to go through the whole course. It is designed this way so that an optimum understanding of the material is reached. I also encourage you not to skip ahead, for the order of the discussions is very important that it unfold for you in the best way possible. It doesn't really matter at what level you find yourself as an actor to get a lot of value from these tapes. Those at a beginning level will find a supportive and doable way to begin their journey. Those at an intermediate level will find a skillful way to infuse their work with a lot of humor and intelligence. And those at an advanced level of the craft will be ready for the very highest lessons you can learn in ways which you can effectively apply. Let's go back to a word used a moment ago, and that word is thought. That's what you'll be hearing over these tape discussions about the craft of acting. Just that, thought. Not ideologies protected from your questions by what can be referred to as certain artistic authority figures. It is just thinking. It is neither good nor bad, right nor wrong. It only has value if you believe it does. It only works if it works for you. I do suspect that if you have purchased a series of tape discussions entitled The Impersonal Actor, however, that there's a good chance that you are looking for something outside the framework of what is generally offered as instruction. And I think I can say, here you will have found it. I will tell you now that, compared to the often rather stern and demanding formats often purported as the only true path to any serious acting, this study is dedicated to serious results rather than to a serious process. Now, there are certainly different paths to acting. There are also different kinds of actors based upon the desires and often the needs of those who are doing the work. People have different agendas. In The Impersonal Actor, you will experience thinking which focuses on a clear way to look at dramatic theory, to analyze scripted material, and which provides a doable way to then act it truthfully. Now, because this is a path of thought, you will encounter ideas and procedures which will appear in conflict with other ways of thinking about acting. Well, you will be looking from another viewpoint. This thinking is necessarily going to exclude other ways of thinking, but it does not presume to suggest that it's the only right way of thinking. There is no right or wrong way to act. This is only thinking, ideas, thought. You'll also find that some of this material is in fact a workable blend of the best philosophy. Chances are, as this material unfolds for you, there will be not so much profound revelation of new ideas as much as a new consideration of ancient ideas. The effect of this course will be less an instructional manual than it will be a potent matrix of artistic philosophies through which your work will begin to filter, and with repeated application and attention will in great part become second nature.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?